Happy New Year, y'all. We are now in 2024. Very exciting for all of us. I know. UFC 300 is around the corner, coming very soon. I think it's going off in April, but that is not what I want to talk about today. We are going to start the year off properly, the way every fight fan started their year off, apparently, talking about Conor McGregor's return. Conor McGregor made a video announcing his UFC return officially. I say officially, but like nothing's official for me when it comes to Conor until I see that fucker at a press conference. Anyway, announced that he would be fighting Michael Chandler at 185 pounds middleweight division, and that it would not be at UFC 300, that in fact it would be during International Fight Week, somewhere around June, July. And then he ended the video with his evil laugh. Let's ignore the fact that he doesn't even look remotely similar to the man that we saw 2 years ago that broke his leg. This is mean. This is gonna be fucked up, but he just looks like a big ass fetus. Hella skin and just raw, just body. He looks like his actual bone is layered under so much fucking skin. He has made it official. He's going to be fighting Michael Chandler, which I don't know why this was still like a discussion, like it was up in arms. We've been known that the UFC was gonna make him fight Chandler on his return. He made it clear when he was interviewed ringside at, I think, Anthony Joshua versus, what was it, Hellenius? Anthony Joshua's last fight, not the one that just happened, the one before that, where he was going on about how KSI couldn't box eggs in an egg boxing factory.
And he couldn't box eggs if he worked in an egg boxing factory.
Embarrassing shit. But that night, he did a ringside interview where he said, reluctantly, that he was going to be fighting Chandler.
And who are you fighting?
Chandler.
You are going to do it?
I have to.
You've been teasing him.
I'm going to do that with him, yeah. I'm going to grab him by the chest and grab him. I'm grabbing by the chest and grab him.
If I'm Michael Chandler, I honestly would be so fucking annoyed at this point. Like, honestly, I might put my money on Chandler just because he might just be so filled with rage by the time the fight goes. Just steamrolls right into him on some Kratos shit. Realistically, though, it's probably going to go in Conor's favor. Although 185 pounds, new division for I think both Michael Chandler and Conor. I don't think either of them have fought that division in their life. Gonna be some big boys going in there, big chunky boys. I don't know if he can even make 155 anymore. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he handles all that added weight. But for me, the biggest thing that annoys me about Conor McGregor coming back in June is something that has annoyed me, Conor fans, UFC fans, and Conor McGregor himself his entire career post Floyd Mayweather. And it's the absolute atrocious booking and management of his career on the behalf of the UFC. He challenged Khabib for the title after like a 2-year layoff, then went on another massive layoff before fighting Cerrone, then another massive layoff before fighting Dustin, immediately jumped into the Dustin rematch, broke his fucking leg, and then ever since he healed up and seems ready to go, they just have had him on the shelf, at least to my knowledge. I know there was a whole thing with him having to submit his urine samples or whatever. There was like a whole thing with him and USADA where he didn't submit his samples in time before the new year. But if I'm Dana and I'm the UFC and Conor, our biggest star in the sport period, one of the most famous athletes of all time, is so eager, practically begging me to put him in a cage against somebody, I would be on that shit checking in with him every fucking day. To me and a lot of other people, it seems like they're just kind of saving Conor to put him on a card where they feel like he can sell a lot of pay-per-views and generate a lot of money by himself, because he can, which is the reason he's not on UFC 300 if you ask me. UFC 300 can sell perfectly fine by itself, and Conor McGregor can definitely sell a lot by himself. So I think the UFC just kind of thinks it would be a waste to put Conor on that card, although if you ask me, it's a waste not putting him on it. You need to keep him active. You need to keep him back in the fight game. All this inactivity has absolutely ruined him. Sent him down a really dark path and a fucked path. Like, honestly, if you look at Conor McGregor back when he was in featherweight, a hungry, up-and-comer prospect that was waking up, eat, sleep, shit, fucking martial arts every day, and you compare him to the Conor that we have now, it's a whole different person. Big old fucking jarhead. I think the UFC has really fumbled Conor McGregor's career. And in an alternate universe where Conor didn't take the Floyd Mayweather fight and he stayed in MMA, I honestly have no clue what that world looks like, and I would love to see it. I used to be a big Conor McGregor fan. I fucking have like an action figure of him like hanging on my wall, and just over time, it has been so hard to keep that fandom. I have fallen out of love with this fighter. I have fallen out of love for even caring to see when he fights. Like, honestly, genuinely, I'm in a state at this point where I don't care that he's fighting. I don't care that he announced his return. All my hype and all of my anticipation around that star is just dead. Do I think Conor McGregor is ever gonna get a title again? Probably not. But you should still have him fight consistently and bring in that money and bring in that revenue and keep him sharp. It's so annoying just watching trains go by as fucking Conor McGregor does nothing but do coke and get drunk and fuck shit. Just my thoughts on the matter. I don't know if I've ever really talked about Conor in specific like this. I'm excited for UFC 300 when it comes around April. It's a very exciting time. I'm about to reach 100 subscribers, so that's pretty fucking cool to me if you ask me. I've been seeing the support in the comments, and that means the world to me as a small channel. I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the support. If you agree with me on how the UFC has mismanaged Conor's career, leave a like on this video, and honestly, leave your thoughts on it in the comments. Do you think the UFC has played a major role in fucking over Conor McGregor's career? Or do you think it's just been him? Subscribe for more fight content in the future, and I am going to be picking up the Spider-Man stuff soon. I am very sorry that it is taking that long for me to finish it. I even have other games that are in the vault. I don't know if I'm going to continue playing Watch Dogs 2. I kind of just like fell out of love with making those videos, but if people seem to care about it, then I will bring it back. But that's been all, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good New Year.
All my secrets and my heart is what I gave to you. In return, you see nothing but a lame excuse. And it's wow, I did everything just to see you smile. I've been thinking about you for a while. Responding to your pics and your vids. Now I see you just do it for the gram. And you talking on your man.